Shit, I could have been anybody. Thank you, God. I'm blessed to know that I am him. Ooh. I completely understand why these niggas mad, motherfucker. I told you before. Why? Go get a bag, I sacrifice my blood, sweat, and tears for opportunities, speaking things into existence. True fruition, I can punch someone's clock for 20 years for a pension, or take a chance on myself and make a sound decision. Option number 2 sounds more I like it, cause with that choice, I can make my life more exciting. These hoes got delusions of grandeur and don't motherfucking care. I don't motherfucking care. Aorta made by Frigidaire. Norfolk nigga, but on the globe I been bout everywhere. Factuals. Up-tempo still my favorite Nike Air. I love to wear. These niggas act like bitches. These bitches act like niggas. I just stay away from fuck shit and focus on my digits. Women lie, men lie, but the numbers don't pay attention. This recipe of mine is only from my kitchen. Lord knows I be chefing up, whipping motherfucker, straightening this medicine. Here's your prescription. She loves the fact I speak with such precise diction, so the bird blew me down without a Twitter mention. Cold Perrier in the crystal glass on fizzle, playing Resident Evil 4 on the PlayStation Fizzle. I command you to go get you some money, some words from Young Jizzle. I document my life whenever I decide to scribble. Pay these weak niggas and dust. In God I trust. I need that cheese in the bread, piece of the stuffed crust. My mind can move mountains. Neurologically I'm really clutch, like the black mamba in the 4th quarter with the shooter's touch. I got that killer instinct. Westbrook Russ, rule of thumb: if you ain't fucking her, my nigga, don't fuss. Save your energy, do something productive. You know what's up. Take some time for self and get you together. That's a must. Right. I'm so grateful, thank God. Thank God. 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 I told my bitch that I'll be back, I gotta make me a run. If I say that I'ma do it, then it's gon' get done. Bitch, I work too hard for you to play with my name. Cold game off the top while I'm collecting my funds. My seat back, I'm in and out of lanes cruising. I got some Henny in my cup, or residue say. She rollin' killer at the crib while I'm moving. When I get back, it ain't no question that we groovin'. Bitch, I told you once before, it ain't no playing with me. Try it on another nigga who ain't nothing like me. If them hoes still talking, let them hoes talk. Get your money, play the cut, they tryna get caught. It's a price on anything, even pussy. That's why I need a full payment for your cookies. My bottom bitch, she understand she ain't a rookie. She collect my money too and bring it to me. I was blessed with a mouth while I put hands on the floor. Soak up all this game, G, let it sit and get pores. If they hate, let them hate, they gon' hate to the core. Instead of hating, get some paper and don't look for rewards. She stuffing all that killer in a raw cone. My way on chill, coolin' in another time zone. Every time I write something, I be mind blown. It makes sense, a nigga gotta set the right tone. I told my bitch that I'll be back, I gotta make me a run. If I say that I'ma do it, then it's gon' get done. Bitch, I work too hard for you to play with my name. Cold game off the top while I'm collecting my funds. My seat back, I'm in and out of lanes cruising. I got some Henny in my cup, or residue say. She rollin' killer at the crib while I'm moving. When I get back, it ain't a question that we groovin'. Yeah, keep it G, that's the way to be. When you moving free, bitch, please better have my money when you come to me. Got it honest, pimpin' in my blood, it ain't hard to see. Driving slow with my seat back, playing sugar free. She know I got a fine taste for some chocolate, but money tastes better gone in my wallet. I catch a nap on the spot, Rasheed Wallace. Then waking up to the grind, being honest. I need my motherfucking ends. I need that right now, love, let's not pretend. Since you are on, baby, put on your friend. Tell her she is worthy of making me ends. Say it ends twice cause I love the money. Staying away from all the snakes cause they moving funny. Little bitch, Steph ain't never been a dummy. Say the tears, so I'ma need all my money. I told my bitch that I'll be back, I gotta make me a run. If I say that I'ma do it, then it's gon' get done. Bitch, I work too hard for you to play with my name. Cold game off the top while I'm collecting my funds. My seat back, I'm in and out of lanes cruising. I got some Henny in my cup, or is it Douce? She rollin' killer at the crib while I'm moving. When I get back, it ain't a question that we groovin'. Yeah.
Factuals. Factuals. Factuals.
What is good? What's going on? Hope you all are having a good Saturday. We are back with another live stream, another segment. And I appreciate all the support and all the love for you hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe button, sharing the live stream. It's all greatly appreciated. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Shout out to all the new subscribers. Shouts out to y'all. Shouts out to all the current subscribers. It goes a long way. And thank you for hitting that subscribe button. Thank you for enjoying the content, sharing your thoughts and opinions in the comments section, catching the live streams, typing your chat messages. Thank you all. We back on another Saturday night. Hope you all are having a good day. I know I am. Today has been beautiful. Always a great day when it's another day and another opportunity. So we back again. Shouts out to you all in the chat. I see y'all. Let me get a good sound check right quick. Give me a second, y'all. Test 1 2 1 2. Test 1 2 1 2. Hey, sounds good. I just checked the stream health. The stream health looks good. Man, an amazing thing right now, because I know we had a little bit of difficulty last live stream, so I like to try to check the health to make sure everything is kosher. We good. So shouts out to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Shouts out to everybody that's just in the bushes watching. Thank you for enjoying the show. We back again with another installment. You know, I like to give my breakdowns and give my commentary to these reaction videos. Again, I know people enjoy the reaction videos, and shouts out to everybody that's been watching the reaction videos. I do watch some of my playbacks sometime. Not in its entirety, but certain highlights of it. So, you know, always taking notes, always just trying to be a student of the game as far as, you know, the presentation and, you know, the talking points and, you know, what I could do at this time and what I shouldn't do. So I definitely take notes and, you know, keep it pushing as well. But the most important part is to make sure I get the best material. To make the best material I can make for you all that's watching to enjoy. So again, thank you all that's been enjoying the material. I've been enjoying making it. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Definitely appreciate that. Let's get a few shout outs. If you're in the building, say what's up. Or if you want to remain just watching, thank you for watching. Give me just a second. I'm going to pull the screen up. Thank you to everybody who's hitting the like button. Thank you to everybody that shared the live stream. Is greatly appreciated. We're growing, we're moving, and that is what's important. You know, you always want to continue to grow, and whatever it is that you're doing. And I always say slow motion is better than no motion. So thank you all. Of course, StreamYard is StreamYarding. It always seems like StreamYard want to act up, when I want to access it, but it's perfectly fine. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I don't even have to actually cut up with StreamYard. Shouts out to Black Ubiquity.
Factuals.
Shouts out to Mika.
Factuals.
Shouts out to Rumorville Reports. What's going on?
Factuals.
Who else in the building? Shouts out to SBK.
Factuals.
Yes, sir. What's going on, bro? Appreciate you pulling up to the live stream. Man, we back once again. Shouts out to everybody that's watching right now. And shouts out to the chat. We back. OSD Live is live. OSD Live is live. And StreamYard is StreamYarding. But nevertheless, we're going to have a good show. Okay. All right. Let me see. Let me see if StreamYard still being weird. StreamYard always waits till, I'm live and want to just cut up. Because I actually be using the chat from the StreamYard, just so I can see everybody and I don't miss people that's coming in and speaking. I want to be able to see the chat. All right, so StreamYard's acting okay right now, so we're good. Shouts out to Lionel Suggs. What's going on, G?
Factuals.
Appreciate everybody that's coming into the chat right now. Let me get a good StreamYard check. A stream health check. Stream health check. Okay. The live stream looks good. The stream health check is good. Man. So a lot of things been transpiring. A lot of things, whole lot of things. And one thing I want to say to content creators is to always remember to know what you're making your content for. Staying focused, having a vision. Sometimes it's easy to get pulled away from, what it is that you sought out to do for your channel because, you might have outside influences or, it just be, people having their opinions. Remember, those people have their opinions. They're supposed to have their opinions. That's what you want. You want people to have their thoughts and opinions. It's all cool. What you can take, you take. What you can't, what you don't want to use, you don't have to use. Especially when you're the content creator. Just keep creating and staying true to self when it comes to your content. And that's the most important thing. And that's one thing, as I always try to, model myself doing when I create this content. And I just want to kind of give those words of encouragement to all content creators that's doing their thing. Continue to do your thing and stay true to self. You know what I'm saying? Stay true to self, man. It's going to be all right. One thing it's going to be all right. And just continue to create. I know at times it be discouraging, but you got to stay true to your material, man. The beverage of choice today is simply limeade. If you know, you know. We cooling out. We definitely cooling out. Shouts out to Just J.
Factuals.
Yeah, we cooling out. We we've been really going in overdrive and, you know, putting out some material lately. And again, I appreciate everybody that's been watching the material, catching the playbacks. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. And I'm having fun, you know, and that's another thing I want to tell content creators. Make sure you're having fun. Make sure you enjoy doing what you're doing. If you feel like it's an obligation or you have to do it, or, you know, you don't feel like, you know, you're putting your all into the material, then don't do it. Don't do it, or don't do that particular video, or leave it at that. Because if you don't believe in whatever it is that you're putting out, then why would somebody that's watching the content believe what you're putting out if they can tell that that's something that you're not passionate about doing? So, you know, stay true to self. That's what's really important. You know what I'm saying? That's what's really important. But again, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I appreciate y'all subscription. Share this video, share the channel. We back, y'all. We back. Y'all see the title? Y'all see the title? Y'all do see the title. BarbieGirl Tina exposed how she used black content creators for views and clout. Once again, you know, this woman, you know, spends a great deal of her time, you know, on the internet, and, you know, creating chaos and confusion, you know, inserting herself in situations that have nothing to do with her. And the minute somebody sheds light on her, you know, she wants to scatter like a roach. Every time. Involving herself in things. And again, I've watched a lot of videos, you know, of just content with, you know, her involved, or her just speaking, or her being on different platforms, and it's the same formula. That's what makes it so easy to, you know, give the commentary and dissect the behavior of an individual like BarbieGirl Tina. For starters, I've showed y'all already that she makes online threats to people that calls her out for her BS. Lack of accountability. Again, very, very prideful. Very prideful. And have the inability to read the room. Characteristics that, like I always say, a lot of individuals that I've pointed out in videos show. Because like I've said before too, people can all be different, but still be the same person. I'm showing you that as well. With each reaction of the particular individual that I'm speaking about, they've displayed that type of behavior. And for someone who, you know, says that they're for the people, they're of the cloth, you know, why would they even indulge in, you know, the mess, the chaos, the confusion? That's not what they about. They about, you know, spreading love and trying to help people. Why does the individual always find himself in the middle of things that was created by them, or a situation that was happening, and she's there to add more fuel to the fire? And that's exactly what a BarbieGirl Tina does. She adds more fuel to fires. She creates fires. And then when fires start spreading, you know, then that's when she wants to pull out and act like she had nothing to do with the situation in the first place. So much so that she might create a fire, and if it goes haywire, then she looks at that as an opportunity to open up, you know, the doors of what she calls the Matrix, which we're going to actually get into shortly, of how the birth of the Matrix was born, because she's going to tell us herself. Again, another individual that has diarrhea of the mouth and can't help themselves because they're prideful. And as the old saying goes, say it with me, You let a person talk long enough, they'll tell you everything you need to hear. Everything. It's not a time where she hasn't told us what we needed to hear. That's just because she's very prideful. Again, these are just observations. These are things that, I've observed that she didn't mind putting on display on videos and saying because she wanted to put it out there. If she didn't, she wouldn't have said it. There's always a choice. But someone like her, say the things that she say because you have people that's really of the cloth giving her thumbs up and saying, yeah, you're perfectly fine. You can say those things. You're invited to the cookout without no type of screening, no kind of background check. And I'm not talking about like background checking into like, family trees and stuff like that. I'm talking about simply what we see on YouTube. But see, that be the thing. People know about how, the kind of trails that she leaves on YouTube, on this YouTube platform. They know about that stuff, but they overlook it and place her on a pedestal because she donates. She uses her income as a means to be down or to sit amongst the cloth, people that's really of the cloth. And that's all that is. I've seen it time and time again. I told y'all I was in another content creator's chat before, and the content creator was playing my video, and I was saying what I was saying, and she's just, being really belligerent, saying a whole lot of things that I'm just sitting back like, wow, my goodness. Do she understand, you're online? And if you are able to have make a person invoke them a type of emotions when they've never physically seen you, or you've never had not even a conversation with them, you've done your job as a content creator. The conviction, how you speak, the way you say things, it really does something to people. And I think those are all key elements that a content creator should have when they're going about the type of content that they're producing to put out there for public consumption. All those things are important. All those things are very important because you have to be able to translate on camera. There's a lot of people that does this. But the ones that have an impact understand those elements and exercises those, and it makes them much more effective because it shows separation, originality, individualism, things that I always speak about. And I give y'all examples of those every time. Because, of course, we can sit up and do this. We can have the conversation like always. It's just what it is. But when I get an opportunity to show y'all, that's when I just think it's that much better. Because I can really bring it to fruition. And you're able to visually see. And the extra incentive is me adding the commentary. Just to, make it a bit more digestible. But for the most part, the footage, it speaks for itself. I just like to highlight with the commentary because that's essentially what the commentary is there for, just to highlight, what's already, being stated and put in front of you. And I get it, people can all hear the same things and they'll give you different perspectives because we're all different people and people all register things differently. I understand that. That's why I always put things in the forefront. Like, these are my thoughts and opinions, and I'm calling it how I see it. This is my commentary. Outside outside influences that have their own thoughts and opinions, that's fine too. That's what the platform is for, especially when you upload a video, when you upload shorts, live streams, you do a live stream, whatever particular content that you do. That's what you're aiming towards anyway, to invoke thoughts and opinions. You're a content creator. But it's always great when you can highlight instances of things that you already do, per se, for your material. Always great. What's going on, VA?
Factuals.
Gavin Kingsley, what's up?
Factuals.
Michael Ben, what's the word?
Factuals.
Appreciate everybody that's joining the chat right now. If you're watching in the bushes, thank you for watching too. This is going to be a good show, like always. This particular live stream is Saturday, so I will drop the link for anybody to come up, share their thoughts and opinions at the designated part of the segment where you, the audience member, can become a panelist on this live stream and share your thoughts and opinions by hitting the StreamYard link and doing just that. So I will give that opportunity. So whether you disagree or agree, you will have the opportunity to share your thoughts and opinions. And again, thank you to everybody that's so far doing just that. So shouts out to you. My brother SBK said, ooh. Gotta go to the soundboard. I told y'all, if y'all type factuals, ooh, I'm going to the soundboard. Shouts out to y'all. Shouts out to Jamar. What's good, bruh? Flying low. What's up with it?
Factuals.
And again, shouts out to Jamar.
Factuals.
Yeah, we're going to get into this reaction. Thank you to everybody that's watching again. New subscribers, thank you. Current subscribers, thank you. The climb is tremendous, like I always say. The climb is definitely tremendous. Shouts out to Shay.
Factuals.
What's going on, Shay? All right. Let me pull up the video. Excuse me. Let me pull up the video. All right. Alrighty. Okay. So, as you can already tell, Big Bertha Girl Tina is on Damn Diva's panel. And Damn Diva, of course we know he's not as bright. He's not the brightest bulb in the bunch. But one thing he is good for is using other people who are not as bright as him. Or, that's just as not as bright as him, and putting them in a trick bag. And in this instance, this is one of those moments where he lets Big Bertha Girl Tina come up here and share her thoughts and opinions. And like I told you already, with her inability to read the room, she just has diarrhea of the mouth. And whatever comes to her head, she just lets it flow out. No kind of sense of urgency, no kind of sense of awareness. And Damn Diva, he don't care because it's content. That's it. So we're going to actually hear the mind. We're going to hear the thought process from Big Bertha Girl Tina on how she looks at black content creators, the audience that watches the black content creators, and how she came about of even being associated with black content creators in a particular pocket of YouTube. So she's pretty much going to give us another origin story of how she came to be here in this existence of, you know, people knowing who she is. Because that's what she tends to do. It makes her feel important. Makes her feel black enough. And some people say they don't like when people just talk. I don't mind it. Me personally, I don't mind it. Because it's very insightful. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a listen and just see and just hear the mind of Big Bertha Girl Tina. That's what we're going to do. What's going on, Soulfly?
Factuals.
What up, King Stoner?
Factuals.
Here we go. Again, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Share this video. Share the channel. This is OSD Live Reloaded with another reaction. Let's do it.
D, I'm gonna kill you for falling asleep on the panel. Y'all look at this. Y'all look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. And see, look, the only night when I'm gone, here's D drinking on a Wednesday night. Lord have mercy. And this joker done fell asleep on the freaking panel. Yeah, y'all go see what Kwame talking about. This joker live. Kwame then went live. Go see what this joker talking about. Just because he bought a lot of bottles from Mexico. But Davis boy said just because he bought a lot of bottles from, yeah, I remember he came back saying he bought some special liquor or something. This joker then went crazy.
And as we all know, that is a pattern of Dan Divas. Dan Diva likes to black out, like to get drunk and black out on live streams. That's a pattern. You have a sickness, buddy. So instead of sitting around and trying to critique people and expose all these people, you have some demons of your own that you need to exercise. I mean, there's countless amount of panels. Countless amount of live streams of you blacked out drunk, drinking yourself into an oblivion, and leaving, you know, an airhead like this to talk. Which, again, like I've said, Big Bertha Girl Tina is just the result of somebody that was of a person that's in the chat that came up from out of the chat and start putting a voice with her words. And this is her. This is her interaction. This is how goofy she is. Because just as goofy as she sounds, that's just as goofy as how she chats. She's goofy. But let's continue.
This joker then went crazy. Just drinking any old thing on any night. Just drinking everything on any night. Wednesday night, Friday night, it don't matter, he drinking. Knowing good and damn well he don't need to be drinking. Because he talking about, I'm 40 years old and I can barely get out of bed in the morning. It take me 30 minutes to get out of bed. Well, Joker, what about the nights when you've been drinking? How long does it take you to get out of bed? Joker, I know it take you 2 or 3 hours then. And you over here drinking on a Wednesday night. The fuck? Yo, look, it's 4:39 and we are up and D is passed out, bruh. I hate that I missed it. I said I missed it. I hate that I missed tonight, y'all. We had a family emergency, but god damn it. Damn you, YouTube. We had a fucking family emergency. Fuck. I gotta go back and watch this shit and speed this shit up now. I mean, oh man, I tell you what, man. YouTube is a motherfucker, man. This shit, man. Y'all, now that we in this shit, we can't get out. We can't get out of this goddamn matrix now. We in this shit. All you jokers that have been going, it's 140. Yeah, where you jokers at? But Joker over here, it's 440. Joker, we on the East Coast, and for D, it's 340. D is in the middle, right? BarbieGirl, you my YouTube.
As you can see, she's just randomly just rambling, saying any and everything. Got a real bad habit of calling black people jokers. And she made a statement that said, she's in this mess. Well, we're in this mess. And it's hard to get out of. What is she talking about? It's easy to just click the X in the upper right hand corner of your screen and go outside and get some fresh air. But she's literally telling y'all that she's addicted to chaos and confusion. And she enjoys it. The whole time she's been up here so far, she's not really saying thoughts of her own. Besides how drunk Damn Diva is, she's just reading the chat and reading what people are typing because she's a chat person herself. This isn't somebody that can carry their own show. This is simply somebody that is a vulture that uses black content creators, that exploit black content creators. That's why I don't understand, how, and I understand people have issues. People going to have issues. It just is what it is. We got our own thoughts and opinions. I get that. But instead of hashing out whatever differences or whatever with a conversation, whether it be on respective panels of each other's content creators, they would both trickle over to her platform as if it's a resolution. But all she wants is the Jerry Springer show. She don't care if there's no resolve for the situation. She just wants the content. But don't take my word for it. I'm going to let her tell you that herself. Let's go.
Y'all, did y'all watch my last live? Mr. TYB, did y'all watch my last live, bro? I'm like, I go live and this only happens to me. Why? I'm like, why me? We got people revealing secrets only in the freaking Matrix. But you know what? I think about this shit, y'all. And I say to myself, I never thought in a million years I would be on YouTube helping people I never even met or knew. Y'all, this wasn't even supposed to be my life. Like, the world I come from, we're not even my life. Like, the world I come from, we're not even, this is not even close. This is not even something I would even thought to do, to be talking to strangers. Are you serious? Like, I'm used to going to Heart Association events, red bottoms, beautiful dresses, gowns, clothes. Then when COVID hit, we had to sit at home, and I tuned in to this sector, and I've been trapped here.
There you go. So that's already the first, admittance by BarbieGirl Tina. She said this ain't even her life. This ain't how she used to living. She not used to anything like this. She used to going to events, red bottoms. But when COVID happened, she found her way to a certain pocket of YouTube, and she been trapped ever since. This woman is openly admitting that she has an addiction to YouTube. She's openly admitting it. Y'all heard it for yourselves. She openly admits that she's addicted to YouTube. And not just YouTube. It's, well, I'll say YouTube because she says she floats around on different, through different avenues of YouTube too. So she's in different communities of YouTube. But she's openly admitting she has an addiction to YouTube and can't leave. So whenever you see her anywhere and she's one of the people saying, what happened? I don't even know what's going on. I'm just now doing XYZ. I'm just now waking up. Oh my gosh, I missed so much. It's hard to believe when you're on camera on YouTube, a place where you have the addiction, saying that you can't log off. You're trapped. You say you're trapped. Y'all listen, this is why I say addiction. She says she's trapped in a situation that she has complete control over. So your life is that insignificant that you feel trapped in a cyber world that you can basically just log off of and live your real life. Pay attention, y'all. When I heard this video, I couldn't believe it. And I haven't watched this whole video in its entirety. I just heard a couple of minutes of it, and I did catch this, and I thought this was very interesting. Because one thing about BarbieGirl Tina, she's going to give you background about herself. So pay close attention to what she's saying. This lady says she has an addiction to YouTube. She says she feels trapped. These are her words. These are her words.
Beautiful dresses, gowns, clothes. Then when COVID hit, we had to sit at home, and I tuned in. Then when events, like I'm used to going to heart association events, red bottoms, beautiful dresses, gowns, clothes. Then when COVID hit, we had to sit at home.
So, and again, understand that she said she's used to going to heart association events, which I'm guessing she's trying to put emphasis on. She was just going to really classy, important events by her logic, wearing red bottoms and, you know, having all these luxurious things. But once COVID hit, that all dried up. And she had to sit in front of a computer screen, and YouTube was the only thing there for her. Now, fast forward, 2025, outside is very much so open back up. What is the excuse now? Because the very thing that she's doing now, she's still doing today. Because she's trapped and she has an addiction to YouTube. These are her words. In heart association events, I really believe you have high cholesterol. I really believe you have high cholesterol. I've seen those mittens you call hands. You got, like I said, sausages for fingers. So heart association events. Heels. You wearing heels? Oh boy. I know that's a circus show.
And I tuned in to this sector, and I've been trapped here ever since. And that's why I call my channel BarbieGirl Tina's Matrix. Here ever since. And that's why I call my channel BarbieGirl Tina's Matrix. This is the fucking Matrix. I mean, this is crazy. Those of y'all that are new to the sector and y'all don't understand, This junk has been going on for 4 years now plus, and there's no way out. There's no way out. Those of you that have been able to walk out, hats to you. But man, I can't believe it. We're here at this point. Somebody else said I was their YouTube crush too. Yo, I'm not even supposed to be here. Oh my.
This is her talking. She said hats off to people that was able to walk away from, I guess you consider fuckery or the drama or the mess, because she's trapped. She like to wallow in mess, slop, trash. She ain't used to that. She ain't used to wallowing in trash. She used to going into important events wearing red bottoms and all these luxurious things going on. But get trapped in mess and trash? That doesn't make any sense. Because if you're used to your life being one way, how could the internet change what you're used to and who you are as a person? And that's why I said it's important for you to always know who you are as a person. Therefore, the internet shouldn't be able to change who you are as a person if you already know who you are as a person. Having structure, having a foundation, being built on something. Not having any of those things, you'll be just like BarbieGirl Tina talking about their life and how YouTube is affecting it. YouTube affects this woman's life. YouTube affects this woman's life. She said she feels trapped. She's a slave to an app on a phone, a program on a computer. She's a slave to it. She feels trapped. And saying she's not used to mess, but entertained and wallow in mess, because those very elements is who she is as a person. She's definitely spending the rest of her life not knowing who she is as a person and identifying with the very things that she looks to as entertainment, because she believes that's what defines her.
Factuals.
Keep on talking. I'm gonna pull it back some. Keep on talking. Keep on talking.
Yo, I'm not even supposed to be here. Oh my God. Yo, I'm not even supposed to be. I believe it. We're here at this point. Somebody else said I was their YouTube crush too. Yo, I'm not even supposed to be here. Oh my God, I'm not even supposed to be here.
And this is why I say she's a wannabe down clown. Now, she's quote unquote embraces her blackness, like she says. But this the same person that spends their time getting their hair all blonde and putting blue contacts in their eyes. And having her whole presentation looking like a white woman. And calls herself speaking down on people of color. Now she's saying she's not even supposed to be here. Be here, aka meaning a predominantly black sector of YouTube. She feels trapped in it. And the only reason she feels trapped in it, because she's too busy trying to be down, because she don't fit in nowhere else. She don't fit in nowhere else. Don't even know who she is as a person. That's why she feels trapped. She don't know who she is as a person. And this app is her only means to feel like she's somebody, y'all. This lady knows she's a nobody. In her reality, she's a nobody. She only has a sense of importance when she's up on this platform. And the only reason she feels that way because you have people that should be of the cloth, but telling her it's okay to talk in this manner towards people she can't even relate to. Wow. Let's continue.
How did I was, yeah, I know I used to be a swimsuit calendar model too. How did I was, yeah, I know I used to be a swimsuit calendar model too. How did I end up here on YouTube?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I do not believe it. I don't believe it. She got to show proof. Because right now I have a hard time believing that. When right now I know she's somewhere a pork chop sandwich away from busting out of the seams of whatever tablecloth she's wearing. I don't believe it. And if that is the case that she was, I know that shit was eons ago. You don't have that figure now. I know that was a long time ago. A very long time ago. Like I said, I believe you're bedridden. And I'm really waiting on the time when I turn on my TV and see you on My 600-Pound Life. And you telling your story to a documentary. And you sitting up there with your mattress on the floor with all your favorite snacks around you. And you got pie crumbs, cookie crumbs, chip crumbs all on your laptop or on your keyboard. 2-liter bottles all around you. No water. And you eating pancake sandwiches. Yeah, I know that had to been a long time ago. And then again, you said you came around when COVID. I don't believe you was in no swimsuit models magazine or photo shoot. Even that wasn't even that long ago. COVID wasn't that long ago. You wasn't that then. I have a hard time believing that, man. You can convince yourself, just like you told me you're not fat. I have a hard time believing that. Like, I can hear the cholesterol in your voice. I can hear the high blood pressure in your voice. Like right now, it sounds like it hurts to talk. I have a real hard time believing that, man. You can try to lie to, like you said, strangers on YouTube to try to convince yourself. But we both know the truth to that. You said it yourself. Oh, man.
YouTube. But you know what? I'm glad I'm here. And by the way, I was Miss December. But yeah, we were drinking tonight, but I guess but you know what? I'm glad I'm here. And by the way, I was Miss December.
And then you had the nerve to say you was Miss December? Out of all the months, December. Now, if you was Miss December, that means you supposed to have been the coldest piece. Wow. Miss December? So now you're saying that you was on either a calendar or in some type of magazine. We got to see that. I really have a difficult time believing that you was somebody in somebody's photo shoot as a swimsuit model. Miss December? How absurd does that sound? So tell us, what happened? How'd you go from Miss December to Big Bertha Girl Tina, who donates to black content creators to keep them in pocket, to talk about other black content creators? How did that go? Where was the transition on that? Is this where your life has come to? But let's continue to see what else you have to say. What else you want us to know? Miss December. Miss December. This is crazy, man. What's going on, Casino?
Factuals.
Lisa Queen B in the building.
Factuals.
What's going on, Lise? 86K, what's up, man?
Factuals.
Mind blowing. This stuff is mind blowing. Miss December, she say. Listen, I don't know if it's any fat Barbies. I haven't seen a plus size Barbie. When you think of Barbie, you think of a slim, petite white woman who could be a swimsuit model. Women that includes Barbie in their stage name or anything, they have a figure. That's why when you was talking about people said you was a Cali girl, I know that was a lie. And I don't know if you've ever been to California, but the competition out there is fierce. Those women do that for a living. And you will definitely see the difference if you was to ever go out in California and try to walk amongst those women. Some women treat every day like a runway. You are not one of those women. I know that back is big. That back is heavy. Somebody's saying, oh, baby got back. They're literally talking about your back. And you probably just all back too. Like I said, I really believe you are shaped like in capital B. I truly believe you're shaped like a capital B. Miss December.
But, yeah, we were drinking tonight, but I guess D has been drinking more. True Essence, are you here? Damn, y'all, did True Essence type in the thing tonight? Because her name is in the fucking title. God damn it. What happened with this whole thing tonight, y'all? D can't help. It says True Essence gets DP'd on Kwame Brown. Listen, she did tell me, she said, Barbie, you need to go watch Kwame Brown's live. She was like, everybody was jumping on me. And I was like, oh my freaking God, bro. So I did watch it. And I was just like, wow, I really.
So why ask everybody what happened if you watched and saw what happened? Why are you asking people what happened when you just said you sat and watched and saw what happened? And that's what I mean when I tell y'all, she's already told us that she's trapped. YouTube traps her mind. She's a slave to YouTube. She has a YouTube addiction. These are her words. But yet asking what happened when she's she's well informed of what happened. YouTube is her life. She knows what happened, just like she be behind the scenes orchestrating things. Pay attention. This lady is telling you everything you need to hear. This lady is telling you everything you need to hear. She just said what happened and then proceeded to tell you what happened. Man, unbelievable. Halima, what's going on?
Factuals.
Man, this is this is crazy, man.
He was like, damn, it is a lot. It is a lot. But I fucking really wanted to hear D's take on everything, because D is being neutral. God damn it, man. Is being neutral. D's take on everything, because D is being neutral. God damn it, man. You know what? It is what it is, you know? She was here earlier? Okay. Did Wooda Man, did she come on stage or anything? Because you know the last time D kicked her off. D kicked her off the fucking stage. And you know what? I know. And that's why I'm not taking sides. I'm not blaming D. I'm not blaming True Essence. I'm not blaming 86K. I'm just trying to, be somewhere in the middle. Like, look, how much do y'all want to do? You know what I'm saying? Even on both ends, how much more do y'all want to do? How much more are you willing to go? And it's like, at this point, oh, she was on the panel. Oh my God. Please tell me it ended well. Did it end bad, Wooda Man? Because I don't even know if I'll be able to watch it. I don't know if I can watch it.
Listen to how phony she sounds. Does this literally sound like a person that likes to stay out of the mess? No. She's everything that she says she is. Addicted. Trapped. She doesn't miss a beat. Things that she's trying to inquire about are things that she already know, because she talks to so many people behind the scenes. This is somebody that always wants to involve themselves in things to put more fuel on the fire, even though this thing doesn't have completely nothing to do with her. And the moment somebody tells her that, she would get upset. I'm sure. This is a messy individual. She says she's messy. Does this really sound like somebody that's trying to stay out of mess? But let's let her keep talking.
If it ended bad and it turned out crazy, y'all done messed, man. I'm done. Ended bad and it turned out crazy, y'all done messed, man. I'm done. And look, this is the only night too that I get the emergency call from my family, because my brother going through some things. You gotta watch it. Oh, well, y'all, man. And I understand everybody's gonna have their feelings on it, and I understand where everybody's coming from.
Damn, I was trying to skip them ads. They let them 2 ads go that fast. I wasn't going to pay you, clown. I was going to skip right through them ads. YouTube pulled a fast one right there. I was trying to hit the skip button, but they did 2 quick ads that fast. 2 weird ads, too. I was not about to pay you, clown. YouTube, you on some BS for that. They must have knew I was going to skip them. But listen, this video is 6 months ago. This was 6 months ago. Fast forward. Now look where we at. Now look what she does. Now look how she's still inserting herself. causing more chaos, causing more drama, acting like she don't know what's going on when she's very well informed. Pay attention. Larry Wade, what's going on?
Factuals.
Is I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna take sides and understand where everybody's coming from. And I'm not gonna take sides. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna give up on True Essence either, because I do know True Essence is a huge supporter, and she gives a lot of her time. Now, how she feels and how far she takes things, I may not agree with everything, and I do try to talk with True Essence on the back end. But you know what? That's a grown woman, and she's going to do what she feels irregardless. And whatever her confidence level is, or wherever she thinks she's right at, I can't, you know what I'm saying? None of us can, stop it or change it. She has to go through it on the situation her own. Now, like she said, she feels like she's crawling through glass, and that's what I told her years ago. I'm crawling through glass, and I did years ago. Oh, now, like she said, she feels like she's crawling through glass, and that's what I told her years ago. I'm crawling through glass,
That's what she told her 2 years ago. She crawling through glass. Through glass. You only crawling through glass because that's something you wanted to do. You wanted to involve yourself in things. You wanted to have an opinion. You wanted to be messy. That's why you had to crawl through glass. Here goes somebody again trying to compare their situation to something that don't have nothing to do with them. What she simply should have done was just let people have their issues and it be what it be. But no, because we understand who's actually orchestrating, well, a part of things that's being orchestrated. It's her. She has no problem telling us that she's behind the scenes working with people. She has no problem saying that. She has absolutely no problem saying that. But now she's saying that she was crawling on glass for 2 years. That's something you wanted to do. You wanted to be seen. You wanted to be up there, donating and talking trash and trying to turn content creators' chats on people. That stuff you involved yourself in. And people countless amount of times told you and kept, even to this day, reminded you are a visitor. You a visitor. You expect people to take on your issues, black content creators, to take on your issues that you create. That's why you felt like you was crawling on glass. Cause why are you trying to conflate your issues with everybody else? It doesn't make any sense. And that's why I say your whole purpose is to create chaos and confusion. That's what you're doing right now. This video was 6 months ago, y'all. Fast forward, now look at what BarbieGirl Tina is doing even now. But let's let her keep talking.
And I did crawl through glass over here, and it still kind of is. But you know what? I don't know. See, what I did with my situation with Skinny is when Skinny was going at me with all this stuff, I just didn't respond to him. You know what I mean? I only respond to the people I want to. Skinny, I did not respond because I know somebody like that is going to be hell bent on their decision. You know what I mean? And if I do feel like responding to it, it's because I want to. I know somebody that says they're willing to piss on somebody's grave. There's no sense in talking to that person, right? So True Essence just have to, in her mind, say, what is it worth to me? How far am I willing to go? Same thing why I asked 86 is how far are you willing to go? How much do you really want to do? Because ultimately you build your channel off of doing this particular thing. How much longer are people going to listen to it? You know what I'm saying?
And this woman sounds absolutely ridiculous. We're talking about a woman whose channel is completely predicated on BS. The Jerry Springer Show. That's all her channel is predicated on. Is no substance. She's not talking about anything. And the moment she has to sit still and starts talking, she starts laughing at herself. Like she's under the influence. Anytime she has black content creators on her panel, what are they doing? Arguing, going back and forth for her entertainment. And for those that's on her channel watching this stuff. What is she talking about? That's all her channel is based off of. The exploitation of black content creators. She doesn't have no substance. She's not giving no information. She's pretty much pulling content from different content creators and telling them to come on over to her chat and continue the foolishness. That's all her channel is predicated on. So what is she saying right here? She's not for the greater good. She's not for any positivity. She's not for growth. She just want to be in the mess because she feels trapped on YouTube. And she know with her life, this is as good as it's going to get. But let's hear what else she got to say.
And you can only support but for so long, you know? And that's where I'm at. So, and D, you better wake your ass up. D. And y'all think about this. Think about how many people watch these lives and never type. Y'all know when I did my last live, it said I had over 4,000 plus views. Think about that, y'all. There are so many people that are watching us but never make a comment, never type. And sometimes the people that do come out say, I've been watching for 2 years and I never typed, and I'm typing now finally. And I'm like, what? Like, that's what's so crazy about.
And see, that's the very thing that drives this woman. Views, donations, attention. That's what's important to her. That's why she highlighting a statement like that. She got over 4,000 views on one of her videos. I'm pretty sure that video consisted of a Jerry Springer show where it was black people on a panel going back and forth while she sat back and let it happen. Something that probably happened on other content creators, black content creators panels, and it spilled over to her panel, and she was able to reap the benefits of the views too by just having them up there. And people love drama. They love the mess. Ooh, they love the mess. And she know that because she's a messy person. So what did she do? I don't know what y'all differences are, but y'all could talk about it on my panel. And those people come over and had the same Jerry Springer moment that they had hours ago, saying some of the same stuff that they already said, but it doesn't matter to her because as long as it's being said on her platform, she gets the views, the donations, and the recognition for it. Like she's actually creating that content. But all she's doing is exploiting black content creators. And now wants to go online on this particular segment and say she feels trapped on YouTube and she can't get about the mess. She trapped. That's why I wanted to play this video for y'all. I'm pretty sure there's some people that already seen this or whatever, but I really wanted to dissect this video because I know a lot of people look at things on the surface for particular content creators they watch, and they're not really looking deep into what's being said. They really just hearing it and not listening. grasping an understanding of what they're being told. And everything that she's telling us is what she wants us to hear. And it always comes down to how you decipher it. But let's listen more.
About this world. It's like there are so many people watching us and they have their opinions, but they don't tell us until either they feel like they have to or they finally. I think my last live is like 4.4K views. And it's like, only probably 1,000 people, let's say 1,000 people talked in that live or said something or typed something. What about the other 3,000 that watched that live and said nothing? It's crazy to me. It's mind-boggling to me.
And what point is he trying to drive home? YouTube is a worldwide platform. What point are you making? If once you factor in the playbacks, people caught the live broadcast, then came back and watched it again. That counts as views. Then, of course, if it's certain things that's being said in the live stream, YouTube kind of pushes videos in different directions, and it, different eyes might catch it sometime. That's just, it's a platform it's a worldwide platform. What is she saying? Now, even though that is the case, that's why it's always a great idea to always be mindful of the things that you say on video, because you don't know who's going to watch the video. You don't know. If it's for public consumption, the video can end up anywhere because of how big of a platform YouTube is. How many people be sharing different videos and stuff. It can end up anywhere. That's why you just got to be mindful of the things that you say and do up here because of digital footprints. Now, somebody like her, she don't mind it because all her content is basically black content creators having a back and forth Jerry Springer moment where it's really usually no resolve, but it doesn't matter because she gets the views behind somebody's differences. And every now and again, she'll do her wanna be down clown segments when she calls herself going off on black people because they quote unquote got her fucked up, which she always sounds absolutely ridiculous when she goes into ultimate Karen mode. It doesn't make any sense, and it's quite clear that it's manufactured. But let's continue how mind-boggling things are for BarbieGirl Tina behind this whole YouTube platform. Let's go.
It's insane. It's crazy, man. And it's like, you are who you are on this internet. And a lot of people say, oh, this isn't real life. It is real life. You are who you are on this. It's crazy, man. And it's like, you are who you are on this internet. And a lot of people say, oh, this isn't real life. It is real life. That is you online responding to people. That is you calling a woman a whore or a bitch or a slut. That is you. That's you. And everything that comes out of your mouth either brings life or death.
Now you heard the words that she said. It's real for her. And everything that you say on the internet is you. These are her words. So when a person like that makes a statement, we have to take into consideration that that's her. That's her. The things that she say, the things that she do, is her. The messiness, the wallowing in trash, that's all her. That is her. These are things she's saying. Because like I told y'all, this cyber thing is her reality. Because in her actual reality, when she crosses her threshold to go in the real world, it's insignificant. And the only reason she feels trapped on YouTube is because this is the only place where she feels important. But let's continue.
It brings life or death. And I understand that you're fighting people and you're trying to get your point across. But how far are you willing to go? It's like, come on now. At some point, it's like, are you kidding me? Is this what you subjected yourself to? Is you're actually online and you're calling another female a bitch and a hoe and all this stuff? It's like, really though? That's where sometimes I'm like, wow. And I think that's what people come to see. People, you're the clown. You know what I'm saying? You're the jester. You're the one that people are paying. You're the clown. And I think that's what people come to see. People, you're the clown. You know what I'm saying? You're the jester. You're the one that people are paying to watch you act a fool. You're the one that's going down and everybody else is watching you go down. That's what I've come to realize. And that's why I'm thinking, you know, I need to watch my behavior online.
So now we have the origin of the Matrix. She's telling us how the Matrix was created and how she looks at things. That when people mount her panel to have their Jerry Springer moments, she looks at them as clowns, jesters. Just like I've already said in past videos, these are her words. Now you are hearing her say these things. And I'm just bringing a sense of awareness for people that, you know, I guess support her and, you know, be on her panel and saying things on her panel and having those Jerry Springer moments and differences. Because I get it. People are going to have differences, whatever. But when you have those differences and it spills over to a Vulture's panel like this is how she looks at it. She just wants the views and donations because she looks at you as a clown, a jester. Her words. And she said she's mindful of the things that she say online when we all know that's a lie. This is the same woman that makes online threats. This lady literally just said she been feeding gangsters with an ER gangsters since she was 11. And she be where the real dope boys play. This is something she said. Now again, this video was 6 months ago, but I did the video showing y'all the online threats that this woman made towards me online. So what is she really talking about right here? Who knows? Just running her mouth and letting us know everything we need to hear. Let's see what else she has to say.
You know, because they come to see you fall. They come to see you train wreck. You know what I'm saying? And it's a terrible thing, man.
Pick and Choose TV. What's up, G? What up, Bryson?
It's a terrible thing, but guess what? None of us can stop it. It's a terrible thing, man. It's a terrible thing, but guess what? None of us can stop it. None of us can't stop watching, right? We can take a week off. We can take 2 weeks off. And so many people come right back, right? Because there's something crazy inside of all of us that love to watch a train wreck. So sometimes these people are there, but they're really not there for you. They're there to watch you hit the fucking wall and splatter. Insane.
And she's telling you, and now she goes more into depth about her addiction to YouTube. How she tried to take days off, try to take weeks off, but they keep calling her. Remember, that's what Pookie said in New Jack City. Just keep calling me, man. YouTube just keeps calling her. She cannot step away. She can't miss a beat. This thing consumes her. It's a strong addiction. So strong that she's on camera admitting that she feels trapped.
If you really think about it, you know, some people pay. Well, let me be quiet. Let me be quiet. Let me not go into those details because this is not my panel. Oh, no, wait. The D fell asleep on the show. Where can I see those old? I post on my Snapchat all the time. I post on my Snapchat all the time. I think I got one of my swim pics on Instagram, but I try not to post too many crazy things on Instagram because, you know, my parents are still alive. I have respect for my parents. I know that's rare these days. I try not to post too many crazy things on Instagram because, you know, my parents are still alive. I have respect for my parents. I know that's rare these days.
How is it rare to have a relationship with your parents? It's good to have a relationship with your parents. And why is that rare for people to have relationships with their parents? It's not rare. You should have respect for your parents. And you probably can't produce those pictures because there aren't any, probably. Daughter of Zion, what's going on?
Factuals.
Appreciate you pulling up.
But on my Snapchat, I tend to act a fool. Richard Brown Jr., I think D fell asleep on us. And I've been drinking tonight. I tried to get here to this live tonight because it was so important, but I had a family emergency type shit. So I hate that I missed this live, but I got to go back and watch it because they said that True Essence came up here tonight on the panel. And to be honest with y'all, when she told me to go watch that Kwame live, and I went back and watched everybody going at her and stuff, man, y'all, come on. And I'm not saying that people shouldn't, and I'm not saying people are wrong, but damn, y'all. If you go back and watch that, it was almost like everybody was trying to eat her alive, and that was crazy to me. And I watched all the comments. I watched what everybody was saying, and I said, you know what? It's going to be somebody else's turn one day. You know what I mean? I got a question. Why do these people get on YouTube and beef with each other? Why not just focus on life? Exactly, Richard. You know why I think that is? What I think I've discovered is people have so much trauma or situations in their own life. They use YouTube as an escape. They use situations in their own life. They have so much trauma or situations, and I think I've discovered is people have so much trauma or situations in their own life. They use YouTube as an escape.
Well, she answered that question right off the bat because she can relate to that question. That's why she enjoys the beefs that be on YouTube. That's why she like the drama. That's why she like the mess. Because it helps her escape her reality. I told y'all, this is definitely from the mind of somebody who's very insignificant in their reality. Nobody that has an actual life would be talking like this. That's why she was so quick to answer that question like that, because that question related to her. I'm just saying. Too quick. Way too quick. It's crazy. But let's continue.
They use YouTube as an escape, and they want to see somebody that is doing worse than them to make themselves feel better about what their life is. So when you see somebody going through worse, you're going, damn, I thought I had problems, but look at this person. They're going through this. Look at this person calling every woman on here a bitch and this and that. Man, this person's worse than me. So I think some people tune in to feel happy about themselves and to find people that are doing worse than them. And some people love to watch a train wreck. Some people know you're going down the wrong road and they'll say, I wouldn't do it, but hey, we're going to cheer you on. You keep doing it. And if you crash the fuck out, oh, well, that's you. I don't know you. You know.
Exactly what defines her channel. That's exactly how you can define her channel. She loves to watch people crash out and have Jerry Springer moments. Because she get to reap the benefits. She get to get the views, the donations, all the perks without actually making the content. Having other people produce that type of material. And it's just on her channel. What she just said just defined her whole channel. She like to sit back and watch people crash out. Like, it's unbelievable. It's very unbelievable. But let's keep it going. Let's see what else you got to say.
You know what I mean? They don't care if you crash the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? And they tune in so they can take your life, take what's going on in your life and say, man, my life isn't so bad. Look what this person's going through. And it's just a temporary fix. It's a getaway moment. It's a moment to get away from the reality of the real things that are going on. Not to say YouTube is not real. Those of you that keep saying YouTube is not real, no. That is you typing. What you type is who you really are. YouTube is not real. Those of you that keep saying YouTube is not real, no. That is you typing. What you type is who you really are.
And there it go. And there it go. So the things that she typed, the threats, all that BS that she says in chats and stuff, she's saying that's who she is in real life. Those are her thoughts. She been feeding gangsters since she was 11 years old, which I got so many different questions on that particular statement. I don't know why anybody would make a statement like that online. She's from where the real dope boys play. And somebody should think twice before saying her name. And not to get the silk blouse and pearls confused. And speaks about unaliving. That's her. So it's funny to hear her say these things, but fast forward, her typing all the very things showing us who she really is. This was 6 months ago she said this. Now we're here. But she's mindful of what she says. Let her tell it. Oh man, this is gold. Big Bertha girl Tina, I told you. I told you. There's only so long a vulture can be around. Let's go.
And that's when you need to stand in that mirror and say, did I really type those things tonight about this person? And you need to tell yourself, that's who you really are. You're not just going along and you need to tell yourself, stand in that mirror and say, did I really type those things tonight about this person? And you need to tell yourself, that's who you really are. You're not just going along and playing along because it's That's who you really are deep down inside. And that's what I've discovered, because I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be at a red carpet event. I'm supposed to be at a heart association event, raising money somewhere. I'm not supposed to be here.
She not supposed to be here. She's supposed to be at some red carpet event, some heart association event, raising money, but she rather spend her seconds, minutes, hours, days, months, years on YouTube, trapped and donating to create more fuckery amongst black content creators and black people with the things that she spew out there for her entertainment, because she looks at us, and I'm not gonna include everybody in this. She looks at certain black content creators as jesters, clowns for her entertainment. But she's not supposed to be here, y'all. Somebody that's supposed to be living a luxurious life, but subject himself to trash, garbage, and push money into it too, though. She pushes money into trash. Things with no substance. Things that's not conducive. Only hinders oneself. She puts money into the trash, but wants us to believe that she's supposed to be at red carpet events. Make it make sense. No, you're right where you need to be, because you're trash. That's why every time you open your mouth, trash come out. You are simply waste management. There is no substance about you. You don't even know what you stand for. You don't even know who you are as a person. Anytime you can come online and say that you feel trapped on an app that you can simply close out and go live your actual life. Yeah. I'm just saying.
I've already got my situation in life, worked out. I'm not supposed to be here, but I'm here after the COVID situation. And I realize there's so much out here more than just fundraising and doing things and living in the upper echelon of the world and doing things when you have money. There's doing things and living in the upper echelon of the world and doing things when you have money. There's real people living in the upper echelon of the world and doing things when you have money. There's real people that are struggling with everyday situations, and we watch each other go down like a freaking airplane falling out of the sky, and we sit there and watch. So we're no better than the people that pay to watch you die in a ring somewhere.
No, you can't speak for people. You can only speak for yourself. And those very people that you say pay to watch people unalive themselves or unalive someone else in events is the very thing that you do. You're one of the people that donate to crash outs. That's what you do. So everything that you're saying, it points back to you. Because remember, you said you're not supposed to be in a certain place because you're used to living your life another way. So what are you talking about? It's crazy how you just really eat your own words. You really eating your own words right now. It make absolutely no sense at all. Like this is senseless. This don't make no sense at all. You just up here talking and just be talking because you're on a platform where you think you're going to be seen and heard and people respect your opinion. When in all actuality, you look absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to play a little bit more of this and then I'm going to get into the segment for you, the panelists, for you, the audience, to join the live stream and share your thoughts and opinions about this particular topic that I'm speaking to.
all these underground things that are happening where they put people in a ring to fight and pay for your death, you're no greater or better than them. You're paying for someone's demise right now every time that you get in. Even if you're not giving them your money, you're giving it a view. And when you give it a view, that's your ticket. That's your token in. And that's what we're all doing. And we're all guilty of that.
Don't tell people what they're guilty of. You speak for yourself. You hold yourself accountable for your own actions, and that's your problem. You have a lack of accountability. That's your problem. You so busy pointing and telling other people what they doing and what they should be doing. But you are the main person that you need to be talking to. Take your own advice. If you took your own advice, you wouldn't be up here on this internet eating your words every time you open your mouth on different panels, trying to be this entity, BarbieGirl Tina, which I think is absolutely ridiculous because you're not a Barbie. That in itself tells somebody that you're fake. There's nothing Barbie about you. You don't carry yourself like a Barbie. You don't look like a Barbie. You don't speak like you could be a Barbie. Listen to your voice. We literally can hear the mushroom gravy. We literally can hear the pork chop sandwich. We literally can hear the cholesterol. See, y'all, that's why she upset with me. I got sense. And I thank God I was blessed with sense and have my own mind. But that's enough of that. That's enough of that. Let's go ahead and get this link dropped. This part of the segment now is for you, the audience, to share your thoughts and opinions about either my commentary or the video, whether you agree or disagree. So feel free to hit the link. I'm going to give it a few minutes, and then I'm going to close this thing on out and keep it pushing. So link is in the chat for anybody that wants to join the show and share their thoughts and opinions. Thank you to everybody that's watching right now. Shouts out to the chat. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Shouts out to all the current subscribers. Appreciate the support. Feel free to type your comments underneath the video. Feel free to type your chat messages. I definitely want to hear your thoughts and opinions. I feel like that's what drives the content, opening it up for more avenues for conversation. I'm gonna also pin the link in the chat as well. Let me see. Give me just a second. All right. So link is now pinned in the chat. For anybody want to come up, share their thoughts. I'm going to give it a minute. I know people like to, prep just to share their thoughts or just to hit links and share their thoughts. So I'll give it a minute or two. But y'all hear the nonsense. Y'all hear the foolishness. That just makes absolutely no sense at all why this woman sits up here and says the things she says like she's some type of Mother Teresa when she's the main one indulging in fuckery. Hitting people up behind scenes, letting them know what's going on in different pockets of YouTube, on different panels on content creators channels, what's being said in chats, that is her working in overtime. She is full blown dedicated to this internet stuff. She said she felt trapped, y'all. That's an addiction. When this is something you solely can control. This should never have that kind. YouTube should never have that kind of control. So why? Okay, so why? And that's another thing. Why would I ever hold to high regard someone like her, like BarbieGirl Tina's thoughts and opinions, when she literally tells you she's addicted to YouTube? Something controls her mind. That's not nobody logical to talk to or come to for some type of information. An app controls her mind. You have no self-control. You need to start taking your own advice. You really need to start taking your own advice. Because what you say doesn't make any sense at all. Because the very things that you're saying are the things that you do. That's why you know so well what it is that you're saying, because you do those very things. That's your whole angle. To push negativity, to keep stuff going, to act like, you listening to everything, with an unbiased view, when really you're not. You already have your mind made up, and you orchestrate things to be put in place for your entertainment. All the things that I'm saying that you saying on camera, I'm just repeating what you say. You self-admitted these things on camera. Now it's up to, the viewer to, digest it however they digest it. But for me, no, you can't pull the wool over my eyes. I hear you clearly. And I see what you're doing. And it's quite obvious. You leave a trail like a slug every time. You leave a digital trail like a slug every time. I can see you a mile away. And you're so prideful, you don't mind telling what you're doing. I'm just saying. Hey, listen, I'm just saying, man. That's why she upset. That's why she speaks about unalive and all this other trash that she likes to say. That's why she says those things. Because a person like me see through the BS. Because that's all it is BS. There's no substance there. Just only chaos, because like she said, her reality is chaotic. So naturally, she's going to be a product of how her reality is up here, because this is real life to her. Her words, what she types, is who she is. Chaotic. Man. Oh yeah. See, when you breaking stuff down, you really gotta make it digestible. Yeah. Gotta make it digestible. That's why she upset. That's exactly why she upset. So, if all hearts and minds are clear, like I said, I left the stream y'all link open. It's all good. Appreciate everybody that's watching. I just wanted to always make sure I leave an open line of communication, whether you agree or disagree, for you, the audience, to come up and share your thoughts. Like I said, I'm not one of them content creators that just be going live and saying what I'm saying and then passing it off as that's law, because I said it. No, I understand that YouTube is an opinionated platform and people have opinions. So I always want to give that opportunity for the viewer to come up and share their thoughts, because I know a conversation can be had. But I appreciate everybody that's been supporting, again, hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe button. I appreciate y'all subscription. Share this live stream, share the channel. Again, thank you to everybody that's been subbing up or that was already subbed up. The channel is growing. I love the direction it's going in. More information, more breakdowns, of course, more different types of content on the way. Just trying to, see the conversations that drive content, with just thoughts and opinions, and me speaking from experience and being able to translate it on camera. And I just appreciate everybody that's just been with me along this way, and it's greatly appreciated. So thank you all for watching and of course supporting. So thank you. Again, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share this live stream, share the channel. Shouts out to the chat. Shouts out the playback game to everybody that's going to watch the playback. You know what to do. Run it up. Shouts out to the mods. Shouts out to all the content creators that's really putting in the work, trying to put out their best product they can for their audience. Continue to work. Don't let nobody put a ceiling on you. Don't put a ceiling on yourself. Don't give up. If you have something sought out for yourself, do it. That's always the hardest part, to just do whatever it is that you want to do. And if you don't get the results you want, try another way. That failure can basically be experience for you to recognize it next time, your next go around, so you know what to do next time, so you can get a different result. So again, stay true to self as well. That's important. And know who you are as a person. And be mindful of where you are. And love yourself. How can you love someone else without loving yourself? Love yourself, man. It's important. But continue to have a good rest of your Saturday. This is OSD Live Reloaded with another reaction. Thank you to everybody that pulled up to the live stream. And again, thank you to everybody that's going to catch the playback. Until next time, gone.
I told my bitch that I'll be back, I gotta make me a run. If I say that I'ma do it, then it's gon' get done. Bitch, I work too hard for you to play with my name. Cold game off the top while I'm collecting my funds. My seat back, I'm in and out of lanes cruising. I got some Henny in my cup, or is it Say she rollin' killer at the crib while I'm moving. When I get back, it ain't no question that we groovin'. Bitch, I told you once before, it ain't no playing with me. Try it on another nigga who ain't nothing like me. If them hoes still talking, let them hoes talk. Get your money, play the cut, they tryna get caught. It's a price on anything, even pussy. That's why I need a full payment for your cookies. My bottom bitch, she understand she ain't a rookie. She collect my money too and bring it to me. I was blessed with a mouth where I put hands on the floor. Soak up all this game, G, let it sit and get porous. If they hate, let them hate, they gon' hate to the core. Instead of hating, get some paper and don't look for rewards. She stuffing all that killer in a raw cone. My way on chill, coolin' in another time zone. Every time I write something, I be mind blown. It makes sense, a nigga gotta set the right tone. I told my bitch that I'll be back, I gotta make me a run. If I say that I'ma do it, then it's gon' get done. Bitch, I work too hard for you to play with my name. Cold game off the top while I'm collecting my funds. My seat back, I'm in and out of lanes cruising. I got some Henny in my cup, or couple residue say she rollin' killer at the crib while I'm moving. When I get back, it ain't a question that we groovin'. Yeah, keep it G, that's the way to be. When you moving free, bitch, please better have my money when you come to me. Got it honest, pimpin' in my blood, it ain't hard to see. Driving slow with my seat back, playing sugar free. She know I got a fine taste for some chocolate, but money tastes better gone in my wallet. I catch a nap on the spot, Rasheed Wallace. Then waking up to the grind, being honest. I need my motherfucking ends. I need that right now, love. Let's not pretend. Since you are on, baby, put on your friend. Tell her she is worthy of making me ends. Say it ends twice, cause I love the money. Staying away from all the snakes, cause they moving funny. Little bitch, Steph ain't never been a dummy. Say the tears, so I'ma need all my money. I told my bitch that I'll be back, I gotta make me a run. If I say that I'ma do it, then it's gon' get done. Bitch, I work too hard for you to play with my name. Cold game off the top while I'm collecting my funds. My seat back, I'm in and out of lanes cruising. I got some Henny in my couple residue say she rollin' killer at the crib while I'm moving. When I get back, it ain't a question that we groovin'. Yeah.
When I ride, yeah, I get high, so high. When I ride, oh, when I ride, and I get high.
Ooh, ain't nothing like them late night cruises, that's factual. I got my lighter trying to see what this pack can do. Khaki out, purple punch in the bag. I wrote to this song for you to spark to. Heavyweight smoke title in the rafters. A stendo filled with vegetables from the pastures. In Thailand, get high, man. These will tie you in the clouds in the sky, man. So high, I put my mind at ease. R.I.P. Gary, cause we still puffin' on cheese. I keep it so a thou wow, that's on G's. Mason jar filled with high grade premium trees. Kush fragrance, layered with Tom Ford cologne. Keep them negative vibes over there, cause I don't condone none of that fuck shit. You little fucking bird. All I need is cold Perrier and purple herb.
When I ride, yeah, I get high, so high. When I ride, oh, when I ride, and I get high.
Ooh, shit, we totin' on that potent, and you know there's vegetables that I'm rolling. Let's go scrolling up to the spaceship on a trip. Blue chips on at the moment. Puff puff, don't pass, cause everybody got their own spliffs. Factuals. That bomb, that lime, goddamn, that Cali kick. Ooh, she be pulling so good that you gotta look at her. Sincere face like Mary, yes you do matter. Got my animal cookies, I'm so lit. Word to my name, motherfucker, I'm on my shit. Gary Payton, Animal Mints, and Larry Bird. All-star pack of legendary purple herb. Ooh, what's the word? Let's get to the cream. Never mind them clowns, their whole lives are damn mean. Baby, I'm puffin', puffin', that 93 pack puffin', puffin'. Yeah, I need
When
that.
I ride,